Hey everybody, it's Kay with a hemodynamic question for today. So which of the following hemodynamic parameters would be a goal in treating right ventricular infarction? Is it A, decreased pulmonary artery occlusive pressure, also known as wedge, B, decreased right atrial pressure, decreased pulmonary artery diastolic pressure, or D, increased right ventricular pressure? Take a moment, look that over. Okay guys, so we are looking at which parameter would be our goal in treating RV infarction. So is it decreased in pulmonary artery occlusive pressure or wedge pressure? No. That is a left-sided pressure, right? It looks at pressures over on the left side, as would C, which is the pulmonary artery diastolic pressure. Those are left-sided pressures. And in fact, what we would see with right ventricular infarct and failure, we would probably notice that in those particular cases, that the filling pressure over on the left side is low, like too low, simply because the right side is not functioning well at all. And so that has an impact, of course, on left ventricular filling. So if the right ventricle is failing and blood is backing up into the central venous circulation, then we're going to have a decreased amount making its way to the left ventricle, and so filling pressures on the left side would go down. So what we want as an outcome goal in treating a patient with right ventricular infarction, because that's what the question asks, right? Which hemodynamic parameter would be a goal in treating RV infarction? It's definitely to decrease right atrial pressure, because the right atrial pressure reflects right ventricular preload. And I just have to throw this little, yeah, but in there, and that has to do with the tricuspid valve. So in order for the right atrial pressure to really come very, very close to the RV pressure, the RV diastolic pressure, that tricuspid valve has to be working pretty well. Otherwise, if somebody has bad tricuspid stenosis, then the right atrial pressure is not necessarily right on target with the right ventricular filling pressure. The right atrial pressure will be higher. But so when we say that right atrial pressure should reflect right ventricular filling pressure, the assumption is always made that that's in the presence of a functional tricuspid valve. I just want to throw that in. So our goal is, if the right atrial pressure is going down, then the degree of right ventricular failure and back up into that right atrium is decreasing, which is a good thing, right? So whatever we're doing, we're on the right track. So we want that right atrial pressure to go down, since it reflects right ventricular filling. And what we see with RV infarct is we see RV failure, right? And blood backup systemically. So that's what we want. We would not want an increase in right ventricular pressure, because in the face of a failing right ventricle, that could make life much worse, okay? If we already have right ventricular failure, we add a lot more volume to that. That definitely would not be an outcome goal that we're after. We're after that right atrial pressure and decreasing it. Well guys, hope you like the hemodynamic question for today. I will be back again tomorrow with another question, so I will see you then.